Hello, everybody. Welcome back to, yes, we're back. The GeekD podcast is back. We're only two tonight, myself and my good friend Paul O'Flaherty, but we are here to sort of have some fun talking about some geekier things that have happened in the world of gaming, the world of tech, the world of social, you name it. We're going to talk about it, and by all stretch of the imagination, I think one of the things that's really big on both our table right now is the announcement today, Paul, of Google Now, Google 6, Google 9, Lollipop, Nexus TV. What do you think?
If hardware actually gave me a hard on, I would have one right now. That's what I honestly think. I love. I'm really dying to try Lollipop. I hope it makes it to my version of the Nexus.
Yeah, here. I got confirmation earlier today. Nexus 4 will be eligible for Lollipop.
Will the Nexus 7?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I really want a Nexus 6. Sarah wants a Nexus 5. I don't know about the Nexus 6 though. $649 starting.
Yeah, I was like, don't get me wrong. I love my Nexus 4. I think that's one of the best phones I've ever had, and I was looking forward to upgrading it. Obviously, 5's out of the question now because it's not being sold anymore, unless you want to go to eBay or Amazon or whatever and third party it. But when they said this, like the size of the 6,
Well, no, the 5 is still being sold. If you go to google.com/Nexus,
yes,
the site is designed with 5, 6, and 9, and the player.
okay.
That's the layout of the site, and it's like this isn't like a drop-down menu. It's part of the design.
Okay, well, see, what got me was the price they want for an unlocked 6. Like it's bigger. It's
It's 5.7. No, it's what? It's 5.96 inches.
Yeah.
Which means it's marginally bigger. It's like quarter of an inch bigger than the Nexus 4.
but at $649, I'm sorry, I just can't. Like even moving to the 5, if I can get that for like $300 or $400, I can kind of get there. But the 6 for that kind of money, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I like the thing that they're pushing though with the 6, which is that it's got a 3,200 milliamp battery, and they're saying that it will get you 6 hours or something off a 15-minute charge,
Wow.
and then fully charged it'll do the whole day. It'll do 24 hours. So I'm really excited about that. But what I'm much more excited about is the Nexus 9. For a long time, I have been watching the Nexus 10, whether they're going to refresh the Nexus 10. They never refreshed the Nexus 10.
No, they didn't. I wanted one too.
So the Nexus 9 is coming out. It's made by HTC. Excuse me.
Wait a second. HTC walked out of the tablet market. They left it. Why all of a sudden are they back doing it again?
Because Google, the power of Google, man. If they ask you if you will do our reference model, that's...
Yeah, okay, I can see that. I guess that would be a good enough reason to get back into it.
So, this is the first tablet they've made since 2011. But then again, it's also Google, so I'm not going to worry about that part. 8.9-inch screen. It's 245 ppi.
What's the price on that? What's the price on that?
Starting at $399 for the 16 gig.
What?
Yeah.
I want one.
I was like, yeah,
wow.
This shit. So it's coming in 2 flavors, 16 or 32 gig, 8 megapixel rear camera, 1.6 megapixel front camera, NVIDIA Tegra K1 system on a chip at 2.3 gigahertz. So this thing is going to move.
Okay, here's the thing.
Here's the best part.
All right.
It's a 64-bit processor. It's the machine is made out of aluminum or aluminum, and it weighs 51 grams less than the Wi-Fi iPad Air.
Wow.
Smaller, thinner, lighter, faster, and cheaper. Plus, it comes in 3 handy-dandy colors. indigo black, lunar white, or sand. And I actually think this thing looks sexy in the indigo black or the lunar white, but not the sand. And I have to have it. I will sell a testicle. I need to have this thing.
I'll sell both of mine. But see, here
You sell both of yours, get two of them, and give one to me.
Okay. But here's the thing: Lollipop, which is the Project L, the next version of Android.
Yeah.
If it is going to be available on the Nexus 4, then whatever money I was going to put aside for the next phone to get, I can put that towards getting the tablet.
Yeah.
Given that my I should show you it, but it's I had the Acer
Yeah.
A200. It has a nice crack right across the screen now. I can't use it. It fell, and it hit.
Did your roommate beat you with it?
No. Honestly, it did. It fell off of the nightstand and hit right on the edge, and straight up. So I haven't had a tablet now for a good couple. And you know what? I know this is really stupid, but back when before I got the tablets, like I don't really think I can use one or need one or it doesn't make much sense. But then I got it. And it was like, okay, yeah, this is kind of cool. I can read, I can play a few games, I can do a little bit of surfing. It's kind of cool, but I don't think I'd really miss it. And then it's gone. And it's like, fuck. I want it. I want it back.
Yeah, no, tablets are awesome. I mean, I wrote a long post a while ago about the problems with productivity on tablets, and a lot of those problems still stand, but they do have their place. But what I like about the Nexus 9 is that the screen is actually slightly it's slightly closer to the 4:3 rather than a 16:9. It's more a 4:3 ratio, kind of like the iPad. It's definitely more productivity based, and they're also going the route then that reminds me very much of the Surface with the magnetic pad with the magnetic clip-on keyboard.
Yeah,
this thing is aimed squarely at productivity rather than media consumption. And
well, it's 64-bit. You're damn right it is.
Yeah, well, that's not really got a lot to do with it. I mean, everything is kind of going 64-bit in the tablet world now, but it's just cool that it is. But I mean, like my Nexus 7 is not very productive unless you pair it with a Bluetooth keyboard. So this, I mean, obviously you've got to buy this keyboard and case separately. But yeah, it'll definitely be there, and I'm really looking forward to bringing it in as part of my everyday workflow. I just want it. The Nexus Player, I'm not so fucking sure about.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Chromecast is the answer. It's inobtrusive. It sits in the back of your TV, and just about everything now supports Chromecast.
But this isn't. This is slightly different in the sense that this is, it comes with there's a game controller, the whole lot. It looks like they're taking shots at the Amazon Fire.
Yeah.
It's not quite Chromecast. It'll probably do everything Chromecast does, but it's for those people who want to do more than what Chromecast offers, which I presume in this case will be gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a gig of RAM, 8 gigs of storage, Bluetooth, 802.11ac wireless. I'm confused as to why they went with an Intel Atom chip. I don't know.
The one that's part of what I'm looking forward to is obviously is design wise is Lollipop. Like they've become very Metro-esque in their styling in a lot of ways. If you look at
Android in terms of UI design and UX design has come on miles and miles.
Oh yes.
Days. I mean, yeah.
And
so I'm interested in Lollipop in that sense. But you know what I'm not interested in is a Google Glass addiction.
No.
Seriously, we're supposed to believe now that you can get an internet addiction disorder caused by overuse of Google Glass. No, it's just. We've discussed this on so many podcasts. This show, other shows, the whole lot. It's not a fucking internet addiction. It's not fucking. Look, you either have an addictive personality or you fucking don't. Right?
Yeah.
people who get addicted to one thing are likely to get addicted to something else. It's not a Google Glass disorder. It's just a fucking addictive personality. And it's just fucking psychologists and fucking shrinks and God knows what else wanting to find other ways to charge for this same fucking crap when they're diagnosing shit. Rant ended.
Very well done, sir. Very well done. And I agree wholeheartedly with you on that. I get so tired of seeing people's behavior linking to, an affliction of some sort where they don't have to claim responsibility for their own actions. I'm an internet addict. I'm a glass addict. Like, fuck off, you are. You're just an idiot.
You're somebody with an addictive personality. But
okay, staying with the OS thing. Have you had a chance to play with Win 10 yet?
No, but I have downloaded it, and I'm just actually trying to locate a machine to install it on because all of my machines are in production at the moment.
I spun it up on a Hyper-V virtual machine.
Yeah, but you see, I don't want to do it on a Hyper-V. I want to put it on a machine, and I want to use it as a production machine.
So I do too. I would love to put it on here. And to be honest with you, and I've read a couple others that agree with this, it's solid enough that you can do that.
It should be solid enough. It's fucking Windows 8. With UI improvements.
Yeah, I think there's...
And yes, there's some under-the-hood code improvements because it is definitely cross-platform. But at the end of it, it's going to be like, Windows 2000 came out, and it was the bomb.
Oh.
And it came out with the same fucking core, and it was the bomb. And... like, Vista sucked balls until Service Pack 1, and then it was awesome, but nobody gives it a chance because it had a really bad reputation.
Yes.
And then Windows 7 came out, but it's the same core as Vista.
Well, actually, no. There was a lot of refinements between 7 and Vista.
It's the same underlying kernel.
I don't know. I think I would disagree with you on that. But, hey, maybe, some of our listeners can be more educated and qualified to comment on that.
There's going to be tweaks up the line. It's like, but at its heart, it's the same shit. And it's the same with Windows 8. Windows 8 to Windows 10 is going... What about this absolutely bullshit idea as to why they called it Windows 10 as opposed to Windows 9? Because some apps look for a Windows 9 dot thing in the code. Therefore, really? Because you can't do an if-then-or statement?
I think the other thing they wanted to get away from was like 95.
95 was awesome.
It was not bad. It was pretty good. It was pretty good for the time. But
98 was awesome.
There we go. See,
talk about Windows ME.
No, God.
SE.
Oh man, that was horrendous. I still say that they released ME on purpose. They knew it sucked rotten eggs, but they released it anyway because they were trying to push people off the 32-bit onto 64-bit, and that was the way they were doing it.
Well, they kind of fucked that up because then they released 32-bit Windows XP.
I know. That was the intention of me, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Room Alive, otherwise known as IllumiRoom.
Oh, we talked about this back on the Win Extra podcast.
No, this is an entirely new project. IllumiRoom only came out, and I know it was the middle of last year.
On some damn podcast.
Oh, we probably have. There's no denying that. But
IllumiRoom basically was the idea that parts of the game would be projected either side of your screen so that it gave you a wider field of peripheral vision, making it feel more immersive. But obviously the quality wasn't as good.
Yeah, what they've done is Room Alive has extended that. It covers your whole 360 living room. Even what they've got here, even though it's still in the research stage only, brings the user off the couch to interact with the environment it renders on the furniture and other surfaces. So basically,
it's Connect with a projection of the game around your room.
yes,
Which means you're going to have to put something in the ceiling to project around your room.
If I remember the drawings, I think is the second story, second one? No.
Here's the problem that I have with this, and right, I love the idea, I love the concept, right? Here's the problem that I have with this stuff, right? This wouldn't work for fuck in my living room, right? Because my living room has 3 walls and opens out then into a larger space.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to be missing a wall, right? And there's no way I'm moving my living room into another room in my house.
I don't think Sarah would go for that at all.
Second, I strongly suspect this is going to run into the same problem that they had when they launched Kinect originally, right? Which is that they designed it with American living spaces in mind.
Mm-hmm.
American living spaces tend to be a lot larger than European living rooms. So the problem then becomes, remember you had to get like little lenses for Kinect so that it would work zoomed in.
Yeah.
And I see the same problem sort of happening in European living rooms.
Now, problem was...
I love the concept. I want. But
yeah. The later version of Kinect came out with being able to handle that problem, the distance. Yeah. They fine-tuned it a lot.
Yeah. But, you know, I see this the same thing. Also, the problem with this is that this thing requires 6 Kinect sensors to work.
Yeah, that's like, it's not going to be a cheap proposition, but if you are a gamer and you want that quality, gamers don't mind spending the money. Let's be honest. Serious ones?
Beyond spending the money, because again, remember this 6 Kinect sensors, a projector that works from overhead that projects in 5 directions. You'll have to project on each wall and the floor beneath you. This is getting beyond serious money. I mean, it's a wonderful idea as a oh my god, this is awesome proof of concept. I really don't see this ever becoming mainstream.
That would be awesome if they did. But let's sort of wander off here a bit.
Let's go to movies.
Yes, Ghostbusters 3.
God, didn't we talk about this a couple of shows ago, or maybe 5 or 6 shows ago, or 7?
Yeah,
shows?
but it's confirmed now. It's an all-woman Ghostbusters team, and they've just hired a woman writer. But the
Ghostbusters were not women.
Nope.
I'm not trying to be anti-women.
Well,
but some things you just don't fuck with.
But here's the thing that I want.
Even in cartoons, there was never an all-female Ghostbusters team.
Here's something that is sort of a tangent to this. Gillian Anderson wants in on this movie.
Hey, we can make David Duchovny a bad guy. We can make him a ghost.
But that's not what you said pre-show. But I tell you, here's the thing. And I mentioned this to you. Have you watched The Fall?
No.
You should. It is an awesome show. It's only 1 season right now in British TV. So however you can get your hands on it, watch it, because she is fantastic in that movie. I mean, TV series.
We've been watching Legends. Sean Bean, FBI agent that goes undercover, and
does he make it past the first episode?
He's made it 10 episodes so far, and it's pretty good, man. It's pretty engaging. It's been really good. He's FBI agent that goes undercover. Of course, Legends is a term for the personality that they adopt when they go undercover. You know, their whole cover stuff. But when he comes out from being undercover, he sometimes has trouble remembering who he is or being himself. And as the plot has developed, without giving too much away, it may be that even his whole life is a legend. It's been pretty interesting and really, really good so far. You know, that said, Agents of Shield is back. We're four
Yes.
episodes in. I've only seen 3. It's been pretty good. They're taking a real new tangent this season with Coulson now being head of Shield and so on and so forth.
And Shield being on the run, sort of thing. From, awesome.
And,
I had walked away from it last season. I guess there was only about 4 or 5 shows left to go in the season. I just said, no, can't handle this anymore. And when I started seeing the positive press for the season 2 that's now airing, I figured, okay, I'll go and watch the last episode of season 1, and then I'll watch the first one of season 2. And I got to say, I'm back in the fold. I really, really like Agents of Shield.
Sarah's not into this stuff at all, and she started watching Agents of Shield season 1, episode 1, and we just ended up like bum 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 all the ways until we were finished season 1 and then right into season 2, and she's loving it. What else is good? Walking Dead is back, man. And after the absolutely useless ending to the season finale of season 4, where Rick Grimes says perhaps the lamest thing ever after the biggest amount of build-up ever. They have no idea who they're screwing with. Season 5, episode 1 came back, and oh my god, it's like they all got on their fucking pills and finally realized what awesome is. Let's make an awesome opening episode. And they did. I mean, see, if the rest of this season is as strong as the opening episode, it's going to be a season to watch.
I have absolutely no interest in Walking Dead. I watched the first couple shows of the first season and just, doesn't do it for me.
And it gets better, and it gets better. And season 4 was kind of weak. Season 4 was weak. In fact, we were really considering, we might give up on season 4 or we might give up on the show after the season finale of season 4 if this wasn't strong. But it came back kicking and screaming. And if you want to sort of really get into the show, get the graphic novels, man. Read the graphic novels.
Yeah,
very awesome.
That's a friend of mine. You remember Sean?
Sean Piani, yeah.
Yeah, he was a big fan of the graphic novels. He loved them. And his opinion as far as the show was concerned, even the first season, was, he says, it hurt him. It hurt his head. It says, no, I can't do this.
You've got to make the separation between what they do in the novels and what they do in the show,
Yeah.
Once you do that, it's pretty awesome.
But anyway, check out The Fall.
I will.
I highly recommend it. It's only, I think, 4 episodes? You know how British television is, like, short episode series. Doctor Who, tell me, how are you feeling about Doctor Who?
Oh, I am so conflicted. Because Capaldi is brilliant as the Doctor. There is so much of the 4th Doctor in him, so much of the 1st Doctor in him. He is rude, he is cranky, he is Scottish, he is awesome. He is, mean and dark and brilliant. And last night in the last episode, he even brought jelly babies back. It was fucking awesome. But the stories this season that they are putting him in are weak sauce, man. They are weak sauce. And Clara, all I can say is, look, spoilers. If you're a true Doctor Who fan, you know this already, right? She is leaving after the Christmas special. She could leave right now. It is time to get rid of her. She sucks ass. She's not a good companion. Too much weak sauce with her, man. Too much weak sauce with the stories. We have an awesome actor doing an awesome Doctor that I'm sure a lot of people don't like as the Doctor. And the reason they don't like him as the Doctor is because they've only been Doctor Who fans since New Who. Since, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith. That is their experience with the Doctor Who universe. But I've watched everything ever.
A couple times.
Not a couple of times, no. That's just too much of a challenge. But, yeah, I've watched them all, and you know, this is the Doctor, man. Capaldi is awesome. You can tell he is a true Doctor Who fan himself, you know, and yeah, I mean, gotta bring it back, man. But they really need to up their game with the episodes. They really do.
Okay, what do you think of the news? I think there's a bit of news concerning the Marvel Universe, movie-wise. One, apparently, the Russo brothers could be directing.
They directed the latest Captain America movie, Winter Soldier, which was really, really good.
They are up, apparently, for Avengers 3 and 4.
Now, they're up for it, or they're signed on?
Let me just take a quick look here. They are now in the process of bringing the highly anticipated Captain America 3. Okay, that's no, just maybe, just maybe.
So that's not much to get excited about. What is exciting to me, however, is Robert Downey Jr. has signed on to be Captain America not to be Captain America, to be Iron Man in Captain America 3. Iron Man is the role that Robert Downey Jr. was born to play.
Yes.
And him coming back is awesome. I just hope that they don't just have him turn up in Captain America 3, in the Avengers movies. I want another Iron Man.
Well, no, because what happens is, if I'm understanding the news correctly, the Captain America 3, which is before 3 and 4 of the Avengers, is where we get into the Civil War storyline of the Marvel Universe, with basically Iron Man, Tony Stark being on the government side, and Captain America and the Justice League, or not the Avengers, being on. It's a big, strong story arc within the Marvel Universe, and that's the one that they're going to be carrying on from Captain America 3 to Avengers 3, Avengers 4.
Yeah. It'll be good. Now, of course, eventually they all come back into the fold.
Yeah. Now, it's stepping across the street to DC. Apparently, Warner Brothers, in their earnings announcement, had a bunch of news today about their universe, their movie universe.
Go on.
Apparently,
it is in the show notes. You get.
I know. I'm going by memory because it's not in there. The Flash, Aquaman, Jason Momoa is going to be Aquaman.
Really? Aquaman?
Yes, he's going to be Aquaman.
The latest superhero ever!
He is going to be introduced in the upcoming Batman versus Superman, as is the Flash. They will then be spun off to their own...
Having the same kid from the Flash series?
No. Different actor. Because that's the way they're working it. I don't know. It's the same thing with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
I know, but look, one thing Marvel has done well is they've introduced continuity of characters. Yes. Same actors, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
I
actually saw...
Even in the TV series, right? Even in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's the same actors playing the same character. If Nick Fury turns up, it's Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I mean? Really fucking different actors playing the same character in movie and series run by the same... No! Just... Ugh. That's all I have to say.
I saw a really good little thing on Imager today of someone had gone through and broken down the Marvel storyline and cinematic universe from the series to the movies to the series to the movies to the series. And it gives you the progression of what to watch when. Mm-hmm. And it's really, really good. I wish I'd saved that, but it was.
We gotta go find it and put it in the damn show notes so I can have a look.
I'll see what I might be able to find it. I might. Okay, let's end this off with. This is going to cause some rather interesting feedback. Apple and Facebook announced today. Let me see, what is it here? Will pay female workers to keep their eggs in the basket.
In other words, what they want to do is, in order to Basically, in order to keep women at work and not have them going on maternity leave, they're willing to pay for human oocyte cryopreservation, basically freezing your eggs at $10,000 per extraction. Most doctors recommend storing 20 eggs to be on the safe side, which means that the women have to undergo the procedure 2 or 3 times. Annual storage fees are about $500 a year for the eggs. Not to mention, no, you see, here's the thing, right? I have 2 issues with this. One, I am completely pissed off with how maternity leave works in the US, which is that it's non-fucking existent in any sense that the rest of the Western world understands.
Even Canada.
Here you like, I don't know what it was. Sarah got like 12 or 16 weeks off or something, but it's not 12 or 16 weeks off that she got when she had Malcolm. It's 12 or 16 weeks that she could take off unpaid.
Yeah.
Right. So there's like no support basically for women. She was able to get some short-term disability. What a term, short-term disability.
Yeah, I know.
So she got a little bit of money for a couple of weeks, but I mean, the rest of the world is giving you time off paid.
Yep.
Countries give you a bonus. Some countries give you up to a year off, even more off, and they protect your job, and you get like 6 months paid, but you go back after 6 months, or you can take a whole year off. But the other 6 months is like, obviously you've got your 6 months off paid, but
yeah.
But America, the land of the free, home of the brave, where anything at all that helps support women and families is fucking goddamn communism and socialism, and they don't even understand the fucking difference between the two. They are so fucking retarded. Every fucking American needs to get off their goddamn ass and go fucking live in another country for a year. Get yourself a passport and see how the rest of the goddamn world works, because you're talking out your ass if you haven't done it. You're talking out your ass. There is nothing wrong at all with protecting women, with supporting families, with fucking making it possible for women to go to work and have families. There's nothing wrong with it. And this approach by Facebook and Apple is the most fucking sardonic and retarded fucking thing I have heard in a long time. Let's keep you in work with your eggs frozen so that you still keep fucking working. Because you know what? The chances are that you're eventually going to come to an age where you're not going to want to raise children, even though your eggs are frozen. And there's no talk at all in this policy of the cost of actually getting these eggs reimplanted and fertilization treatments. Yeah, we'll freeze your eggs, but are we going to pay to put them back in? No. I don't want to hear this shit. This has got me annoyed. And you know what? I'm waiting for all the hate mail from you, right?
Feedback at geekdimensions.com.
But as a European, right? I've lived in Ireland, I've lived in Northern Ireland, Great Britain, I've lived in Germany, I've lived in Denmark. I've been around this fucking world, right? Other countries manage to make socialized medicine work. And they pay less for it than Americans do for their health care and get more for it, right? And don't give me this bullshit of, oh, well, in socialized medicine, you get put in a queue and they'll see you. Look, if you want faster service, you can pay for it. You can get an upgraded medical plan. And you can pay for it. And you'll still pay less than what you pay for American healthcare. Rant over.
I think we set a record tonight. 2 rants. 2 rants. Awesome. And what better way to end the show in our new style. As you can see, folks, we're trying out a video format. We're trying out just Paul and myself, having some fun, and we will be back next week. But, any last words, Paul? And what have you been doing? Like, what's some fun stuff?
What have I been doing? I, my friend, have been working. I took 2 days off to spend it with my son, which was kind of awesome. And what I'm really excited about is Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
Yeah. I know.
Why?
I don't know.
I pre-ordered it. It should have arrived today, but, Amazon won't get it till tomorrow because they're dicks. But
I've
Actually, I pre-ordered it. It should have arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
It'll be at home waiting for me when I get home.
Well, I know that I've been playing some WoW, and I've been having a blast. But what is coming up that I'm really excited about is next week is the release of Civilization Beyond Earth. I'm waiting for that to download and play. I want that game so bad.
Well, like November is coming, right? We're about to come into November. November is the month for games, right? We're going to have the new Call of Duty. We're going to have Halo: The Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
And I can't wait as well. I think it's November. It's coming out, possibly December. Halo 5.
Yep. That would definitely make for a busy month of gaming.
I have them all pre-ordered.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
I have no time to play any of them. No time.
I know the feeling. I try and work in a little bit of WoW in between doing...
See, the problem I get is that I'm a major geek, right? But I don't want to sort of like leave it in a situation where Sarah has to mind Malcolm because I'm on the Xbox. And by the time he does go down, because he's at that stage,
you're too tired.
He does go down. No, it's like, good night, Fiona. All you can do is go to bed. You know.
Okay. Well, anyway, folks, that's what we've been doing, and we will be back next week. New format, new way of doing things. But remember, one most important things in our life: keep it geek.